Welcome to Read in Minutes. Here's a short summary of the book, Looking for Alaska by John Green. If you enjoy it, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get started. Looking for Alaska by John Green is a compelling young adult novel that explores themes of love, loss, and the search for meaning. The story is narrated by Halter, an introspective teenager who is fascinated by famous last words. He leaves his home in Florida to attend Culver Creek Preparatory School in Alabama, seeking what the dying poet Francois Rabelais called the great perhaps. At Culver Creek, Miles, who is soon nicknamed Pudge, meets an eclectic group of friends who become central to his life and personal growth. Among these friends are his roommate, Chip Martin, known as the Colonel, who is intelligent and fiercely loyal, and Alaska Young, a beautiful, enigmatic, and emotionally troubled girl. Alaska captivates Pudge with her charm, wit, and unpredictability. She introduces him to new experiences and perspectives, challenging his previously sheltered worldview. As Pudge becomes closer to Alaska and the Colonel, he finds himself drawn into their world of pranks, rule-breaking, and philosophical discussions. The novel is structured around a significant and tragic event, divided into before and after sections. The first part of the book focuses on Pudge's acclimation to life at Culver Creek, his deepening relationships with his new friends, and his infatuation with Alaska. The group engages in various escapades, such as elaborate pranks on the school's administration and rival students. These moments of camaraderie and rebellion are interspersed with introspective conversations about the meaning of life, suffering, and the labyrinth of existence. A recurring metaphor introduced by Alaska. Central to the narrative is Alaska's complexity and internal struggles. She is both alluring and self-destructive, carrying the weight of her mother's death, for which she feels responsible. This trauma deeply affects her behavior and relationships, creating a sense of mystery and tragedy around her character. Pudge's admiration for Alaska grows, but he also becomes increasingly aware of her vulnerabilities and the pain she hides beneath her vivacious exterior. The pivotal moment occurs on a night of heavy drinking and emotional intensity. Alaska receives a phone call that triggers a severe emotional reaction. She insists on leaving campus immediately, despite being intoxicated. The next morning, the students learn that Alaska has died in a car accident. Her death devastates Pudge and the Colonel, who are left grappling with grief, guilt, and confusion. They question whether her death was an accident or suicide, as she had been deeply distressed and had a history of impulsive behavior. The second part of the novel, After, deals with the aftermath of Alaska's death. Pudge and the Colonel embark on a quest to understand what happened and why Alaska left so abruptly. They search for clues in her past and try to piece together the events of that fateful night. This journey of discovery is both literal and metaphorical, as they sift through Alaska's life, her books, her room, and her thoughts. Throughout their investigation, Pudge and the Colonel confront their own emotions and the impact Alaska had on their lives. They experience a range of feelings, including anger, sorrow, and a desperate need for closure. Their friendship deepens as they support each other through the grieving process, but they also face tension and disagreements about their differing approaches to dealing with loss. One of the central themes of the book is the concept of the labyrinth, which represents the complexities and struggles of life. Alaska had often pondered how to escape the labyrinth of suffering, a question that haunts Pudge as he tries to make sense of her death. He reflects on the nature of life and death, influenced by Alaska's favorite books and the lessons she imparted. The search for meaning becomes a way for Pudge to honor Alaska's memory and find his own path forward. As Pudge and the Colonel work through their grief, they eventually find a measure of peace and acceptance. They realize that some questions may never have definitive answers, and that the process of searching for understanding is itself a part of healing. The novel concludes with Pudge writing a final essay for his religion class, in which he articulates his thoughts on forgiveness, love, and the endurance of the human spirit. Looking for Alaska is a poignant exploration of adolescence, friendship, and the quest for meaning in the face of loss. John Green's writing is both lyrical and profound, capturing the intensity of teenage emotions and the complexity of navigating life's challenges. The novel resonates with readers through its authentic portrayal of grief and its message of hope and resilience. Through Pudge's journey, Green encourages readers to embrace the uncertainties of life and to find beauty and meaning even in the midst of sorrow.